He loved her more than she ever knew. But love wasn't enough to make him stay. And the secret he carried would destroy everything if she found out. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. He never believed in fate until he saw her smile. Something about her felt familiar, yet entirely new, like a memory waiting to be remembered. It was a simple Saturday morning in a cafe, a spilled cup of coffee, and a laugh that changed everything. "Oh no. Don't worry, it's just coffee," she said, her eyes sparkling. "I'm so sorry." "I'm usually more careful than this," he replied, nervously smiling. She teased, "Well, a little chaos keeps life interesting." And just like that, something shifted. They sat across from each other, coffee in hand, sunlight catching the edges of her hair. Every glance, every word felt like a secret the universe was sharing. She asked softly, "You really pay attention, don't you?" "Of course, how could I not?" he replied. She smiled, "Well, that's rare. Most people don't notice the small things." And he thought, small things are often the most important. In that moment, the world seemed to shrink, leaving just the two of them. Every moment with her felt timeless, the laughter, the gentle teasing, the quiet evenings walking together. A park in the golden light, sharing ice cream on a city bench, wandering through the aisles of a bookstore. And late at night, under soft streetlights, he couldn't stop thinking, "I hope I never forget this." Her laughter, her smile, the way she makes everything feel right. Even in the simplest gestures, there was magic, something that made every day brighter than the last. But love is never perfect. Even in its brightest moments, shadows can linger. As the sun began to set, he checked his phone again, lost in thought. She noticed a flicker of concern in her eyes. "You seem somewhere else." "Everything okay?" she asked softly. "Yeah, just a lot on my mind," he replied, forcing a smile. "I hope it's nothing serious," she whispered. He wanted to tell her the truth, that he loved her, but life had other plans. That he couldn't stay fully, not yet. And in that quiet moment, a subtle tension settled between them, a shadow the heart could feel, even when the eyes could not. Sometimes love feels perfect, until it doesn't. Until a look, a pause, or a silence speaks louder than words. That evening, at a quiet restaurant, the world seemed still, except for the distance growing between them. She noticed it first, the way his eyes flicked to his phone, the subtle furrow in his brow. "You're here, but not really here." "Why?" she asked, her voice gentle but firm. "It's nothing. I promise," he replied, avoiding her gaze. But she knew. She could feel it, the invisible weight he carried, the secret he couldn't yet share. Some truths are harder to speak than silence. Some love is stronger than presence, yet powerless against circumstance. Outside, rain poured down, drenching the streets and reflecting the streetlights like shattered glass. He turned to her, voice trembling, eyes searching hers for understanding. "I love you, but I can't stay." "It's not you. It's me," he confessed. Her heart skipped, then shattered. "What do you mean you can't stay?" We love each other." "I want to, more than anything," he said, his voice breaking. "But there are things I can't escape, responsibilities I can't leave behind. I can't give you everything you deserve." And in that rain-soaked moment, love felt both eternal and painfully fleeting. She couldn't understand, couldn't accept that love wasn't always enough. Tears formed, clinging to her lashes like morning dew. Every step she took on the wet pavement felt heavy, each echoing like a memory she couldn't erase. Why now?" she whispered to herself, her voice almost lost to the night. Behind her, he called softly, I'm sorry." But words were powerless. The space between them had grown too large, a chasm carved by circumstance and choices beyond their control. Days later, she saw him, laughing in a cafe, his smile wide, his attention elsewhere. In that instant, her heart sank. She thought he had moved on, and all the hope she had clung to seemed to crumble. He's with her?" she whispered, trembling. But he didn't see her. He didn't know she was watching. The cruel irony of love is that perception often lies, even when truth remains. And in that moment, she was left with nothing but questions, and a pain that threatened to consume her. Maybe love isn't enough, maybe people can't stay where they're needed most. She replayed every memory, every laugh, every whispered word. Even in heartbreak, she realized that love had taught her something invaluable, how deeply she could feel, and how strong her heart truly was. He loved her, more than he had ever loved anyone. But some battles aren't fought in the heart, they are fought in the life we cannot control. And so, he carried his love in silence, letting her go while silently hoping she would one day understand. I didn't leave because I stopped loving her. I left because I had to, he whispered to the empty room, the weight of his decision pressing on his chest. Love isn't always about being together. Sometimes love is about letting someone grow, even if it means stepping back. Even in absence, the heart can still care, still give. Even in heartbreak, the soul can remain true. He helped a stranger in need, quietly, selflessly, and in that act, the love he carried silently was still alive, still real. She finally understood, he loved her, he truly did. But he couldn't stay. And that wasn't her fault. Love sometimes means letting go, and the heart's strength comes from both holding on and releasing. And in that understanding, she felt a quiet peace, a gentle hope for the future, and a wisdom that only love and loss could teach. She survived. She grew. She embraced the quiet strength within herself. The pain remained, but it no longer defined her. Love had left, but growth had stayed. And in that, she discovered her own power, her own voice, her own resilience. Some love is temporary, but lessons last forever. She learned to love herself, to embrace her worth, and to trust in the journey ahead. The heart heals, the soul learns, and life continues, stronger, wiser, and free. She laughed, she lived, and she finally felt whole again, not because someone returned, but because she had returned to herself. Love may leave, but growth remains. The heart remembers, the soul learns, and the story continues. Cherish the love that comes, embrace the lessons, and always honor your own strength. Sometimes letting go is the greatest act of love you can give, both to others, and to yourself. And in that truth, life moves forward, full of hope, light, and endless possibilities. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe.